It's taken me 2 months to come outside and get my laundry done. I'm telling you, this is my last year doing this. Well, no, I'm probably going to end up doing it next year, too. I'm moving. I'm getting my family a house. I'm going to invest my time in my businesses. I'm a writer. That's what I do. I was so focused on music only, I wasn't exploring the other outlets for my gift. I have a lot of plans, but I'm just to the point now where I don't want to talk about anything. I just want to do it. I'm back. I'm so happy to be back. I'm going to use Uber forever. Oh, my bad. But when I want y'all to close the door because it makes my room cold, don't nobody care. I'm going to stop using Lyft because the Ubers in my area, they just find foreign men that don't speak to you when they have brand new cars. That's right up my alley, baby. I'm going to take a break and get in the shower. That shower was everything. I feel amazing. I'm tired. It's crazy how any little thing I do makes me so tired. I cooked all day yesterday. I did my thing. I did a sweet potato carrot cake from scratch. I did the frosting from scratch from walnuts and agave nectar. It was so good. It's the best frosting I ever made. It tastes like butter. It was so good. And then I roasted turkey for the kids. That turned out really well. And you know, I'm vegan, so it's challenging to make meat when I can't taste it. But I did a really good job. And then I did vegan mac and cheese shells. Everybody seemed to really like that. Threw a little curry in it, and it was so good. And then I roasted some broccoli with garlic, and it was just top notch. At 400 degrees for 25 minutes, it's cooked all the way through, but it's still crispy a little bit. It was so good. And I had to cook very slowly all throughout the day. I did everything from scratch. And I didn't want, you know how when you make a bunch of different dishes for one meal, if you make 5 dishes, 3 of them will hit and 2 of them will suck. I didn't want it to be that situation. Everything had to hit. So I was in that kitchen all day long. I didn't even realize how long I had been in the kitchen until it started getting dark. And I was like, dang, what time is it? I thought it was like 9 o'clock. It was only 5:55. I just so tired. Like, my mental health condition, I wake up tired. Interacting with people, thinking, talking, listening to people talk to me exhausts me. It's very unfortunate. So in the new year, I'm definitely going to get more into making sure I have enough vitamins. I might even start taking supplements. But that requires a lot of research because you can take a vitamin and your body won't absorb it. Like, I think you need vitamin C to absorb iron, stuff like that. And that takes research to know, because if you don't know, how are you supposed to know if you don't figure it out? Because then nobody tell me. Hello, Isis. Are you going to say hi? All right, then. I put all my clothes away. And now I'm re-blacking out my Coca-Cola sweatshirt. So the reason why I black out my Coca-Cola shirt is because this is an Adidas shirt. I used to work for Coca-Cola. I was actually the only female in their, what's it called? Warehouse. I was the only female in their warehouse that was doing the job that I was doing. So I have this hoodie, and it's made by Adidas, but it's for Coca-Cola. And so I walked into the Dollar General the other day. This is one of my favorite hoodies. It's so comfortable. So I walk into Dollar General, right? And I do my shopping, and I go out to get rung up. And then one of the guys that works there looks at my shirt. He was like, dang, now I want a Coke. And then the other guy was like, me too, I want a Coke. And then the third guy was like, yup, I'm about to get me a Coca-Cola. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not about to be some unpaid walking commercial for one of the most poisonous things we can put in our body, other than liquor, carbonated sugar water. So now I black it out. But I just washed my clothes, so I'm committed to doing this every single time I wash my clothes. I don't care. That was like the worst thing ever. Because it made me realize how easily influenced humans are. Just from wearing a daggone shirt. Just from wearing a daggone shirt. I was listening to new beats last night. I've been working on some new music. But they're not new beats that I was listening to. They're beats that I chose like last year. And I was thinking about whether or not I should buy them. So I revisited them last night. And there's 3 that I can definitely work with. But it's like, I'm getting to a point now where I just want to make my own beats. But I don't want to have to wait until I learn a whole new skill set to come out with music. Sometimes I just feel a little burned out from doing videos and then being the mature version of myself, parenting my kids. I talk a lot. And so most of the time when I would write music in the past, I was feeling a very extreme emotion. I was very depressed. I was very angry, and you could definitely hear it in the music. And I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid that maybe I couldn't write music unless I was upset. But then it dawned on me, I've never tried to write music when I wasn't upset. Because I was always upset. So maybe it's not so much that I can only write when I'm upset. It's just that I happen to be upset every time that I write. My writing process takes a long time. It takes me months and sometimes even years to write songs because I don't work on them all at one time. I work on them in spans. Everything with me is so cyclical. Me getting good sleep only happens like a week and a half on and a week and a half off because around the full moon and the new moon, can't sleep. My emotions, it's cycles. It's like I'm up for a few weeks, I'm down for a few weeks. I'm up for a few days, I'm down for a few days. It's like I am the waves in an ocean. It's kind of wild. But, at least knowing that I'm bipolar and have an avoidant personality disorder helps me navigate my life. But it's very challenging. I think that plays some into it as well, taking so long to complete projects. But now that I do this exercise and write and read every day, it's changed my life. I'm just glad that I actually stuck with it. This is how I'm going to end up finishing an album, which even doing an album seems so many years away. Because for me, that would be like an autobiography of my whole life. I don't think I would do an album until I was much older, and that would be like probably it for me when I was ready to just lay it down, because it would be just such a huge work. So this is, I'm at a time right now where I'm figuring out who I want to be as an artist. I know that I'm definitely not a rapper. I rap, but I'm not a rapper. And even though I'm not a singer, I do enjoy singing. So I like alternative, heavy metal, hip hop. That's the genre that I would like to create. When I make my beats, it's going to definitely, and even classical, it's going to have elements of classical music, low-key jazz, hip hop from the 90s, the early 2000s pop, and alternative and heavy metal. All of those things mixed together is me. With a little, the smallest bit of country. Because, I know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I love Kenny Rogers and the Dixie Chicks. But this is a time of me finding out who I'm going to evolve to as an artist. Because I just don't want to make the same music that I made. That's already out my system. So now I have to find out where my music is going, because I want to evolve. And I don't want to just take the beats that are available and force my feelings into a confined vessel. Because I started off as a poet, and I have a lot of prose in my expression. So I don't want to be boxed in by rap. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. And I just feel retarded, honestly. So I just want to be more of the poet that I always was in my music. I'm disgusted with the rap industry right now, and I really don't want to be a part of it. So I'm looking forward to taking that journey with you. If you are interested in videos about mental health, single parenting, food, home-cooked delicious food, check out my playlist. If you're interested in checking out my music, it's available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you're new, my channel is about recovering your life after you get off of drugs, restoring your family after it's been broken up because of being an addict, spirituality, finding out who God is to me, and then forging a connection with that entity, and using food as medicine to heal my body, because there's a definite connection to our body, especially our gut biome, and our mind, our mental health. Healing from childhood trauma, healing our families from childhood trauma, growing our own food, and music. Thank you so much for being here. It's really about growth and finding out who we are and who we're going to be to the people that we love the most and to the rest of this world, because we are all connected, whether we want to accept it or not. And I'm not saying I'm an angel, and I'm not saying I'm a demon, but I know that I have light and dark inside of me, and that needs to be integrated so I can be a whole, real, actual person. I love you. I'll check you in the next episode. Peace.